In today's video, we're going to check out how to make page animations in your Joomla site using CSS. And to do so, we're going to follow the instructions or read a Joomla magazine article because I've been meaning to look at this for a while. Hey there, Joomla fans. Tim Davis here. I'm a Joomla fan too. Thanks for tuning in to watch me work live stream number 304. Just going to check my volume here for everybody. Good. Number 304 here on the Basic Joomla channel, where I show you my favorite extensions, tools, and tips for building and maintaining Joomla sites. I also work in Joomla sites, build them, maintain them, do all the stuff if you're looking to hire someone short-term or long-term or just to get you out of a spot. Send me an email, tim@cybersalt.com, and let's talk. Today's video is brought to you by our channel sponsor, mysites.guru. Do you have a Joomla site? Of course you do. Head on over to mysites.guru, get a free site audit for it. While you're there, check out all the tools and information that will save you time and money managing one or multiple Joomla sites. Okay. Yeah, welcome back. It's another Wednesday, starting out a few minutes late. Let's talk about the picture back here behind me. Go to this. This is taken a couple of weeks ago in my daughter's backyard. And in the middle there, that holding the bucket is my brother-in-law, Bill. And off to the left of the tree, you can see a little bit, another ladder and a little bit of a person there. That's his son. And the feet that are standing on the ladder at the back, that's my wife, Susan. She's up in that tree. Anyways, those trees had tons of cherries on them. And so they were over picking cherries. I did not pick cherries. I actually was doing some weeding in the yard there. But anyways, it was a kind of a nice picture, and I thought I would just use that for the backdrop today. Okay. Well, you know what? I better just fix this right now while I'm looking at it. There we go. So a couple things, a little bit of news for you just to keep you up to date. There will be no Watch Me Work live stream next Wednesday. I'm going to be out of the office, and so no live stream next week. The following week, which I believe is August the 6th, let me just confirm that. Yes, August the 6th, we're going to have the new, I guess, owner or caretaker or the owner, I think he's the owner of the company that has taken over Gantry. So Gantry has a new official caretaker, and I was just heard about this yesterday, and I invited him to come on the channel today. They actually have a new release out today, but he's going to be here in 2 weeks, and we're going to talk about how that came about and meet him and talk about his company and what his plans are for the future. I did my Maintenance Monday video a few weeks ago about how, I guess it's back early June, how Gantry was closing in June, Rocket Theme was closing in June. And and in that video I said, well, unless someone sees a way to make money off of it or has the resources to keep it going, it's probably not going to be around. But apparently it is going to be around. So that will be in 2 weeks. So no live stream next Wednesday, which is July 30th. But on August 6th, we will have a guest from him. Tiger 12 is the company that has taken it on. So that will be interesting. We'll have someone not met before. I'm not even sure if that's primarily a Joomla company. I did just a little bit of looking at the company in the past, and I know that they do a lot of WordPress stuff, but that will be nice to have someone on the channel. Okay, so let's turn our attention to the screen now. Oh, by the way, don't forget to give the video a like. That will help other people to find it. So hello to everybody who's tuning in here. If you want to, give the video a like. What am I doing here? Oh, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to change my glasses so I can see a bit more what I'm doing. And I'm going to transition to this window here. And let's just see here. When I was at J-Day USA, Mark DeChevre showed me some scripts that would make really cool animated transitions on a Joomla site. And I actually had a note to maybe do a video on that someday. I wanted to touch base with him and also look into a bit more. But so that's just been sitting there in the queue. However, now that that same thing has been shared in a Joomla magazine article, I thought, hey, let's look at that today. Let's make it work. And that will be a good topic for us today because I have been meaning to do that. So I just pasted the link to the magazine article there. We're going to put it on just this sort of Joomla install that we've got happening here. Man, I wish I knew why that subscribe button keeps popping up. It's from a previous it's from a previous video. I think that might be a module. Maybe we'll get rid of that. But anyways, we're going to test out transitions here, see how they work. But first of all, we have to see how to do them. And so we will check out the article. There's lots of interesting articles in Joomla magazine every month. There's quite a few that are getting put out. They're doing a great job. And there's some things that you can read there in the latest edition about the 20th birthday celebration for Joomla that's coming up in August. Okay, so let's I'm just going to read through this with you and to you, and we'll see how we can go. Okay, animations can make a website more engaging, and where it's related to a brand or product, it can make the visit more memorable. However, when it comes to web page animations, I'm skeptical. By the way, this article is by Dan Attrell. There he is there. There's a picture of him. And he's written a few articles here. Here's one. What are the benefits of having a website maintenance contract? And do we still need jQuery? So he's written a bunch of things in the magazine. All right, so he says, when it comes to web page animations, I'm skeptical about a use case for them. I get that it can be nice to see something happening when you hover or click an element, but overall, I'm not sure that it adds anything to my knowledge-seeking experience, being that is my prime use of the internet. But I'm not everybody. I spend a good deal of time looking at my screen during the day and don't want to be distracted by content loading from left and right of the screen as I scroll down, or even to see the background gently drift upwards. I have been given the view transition rule to dissect, so I wondered whether it could change how I feel about my content loads. What is @view transition? The @view transition rule lets web pages enable seamless visual transitions between documents. Essentially, it allows for smooth animations when navigating between pages of the same origin using only CSS. The easiest way to implement this is by setting the navigation descriptor to auto on the pages where you want the transition effect to occur. Ivor says here, Joomla 20 years. That makes him feel very old. Yeah, we're getting old, Ivor. The @view transition rule lets web pages enable seamless. Okay, there you go. The easiest way to implement this is by setting the navigation descriptor to auto on the pages where you want the transition effect to occur. And here's our CSS right here. Okay. The standard effect achieved by this is a crossfade. This feature is not baseline, and according to Mozilla, it currently works on all browsers except Firefox. So it doesn't break anything on Firefox, but it doesn't work on Firefox at the time of the writing this. Though check the version of browsers that it will work on. All right, great. What does it mean when we talk about this view transition? Well, what it means when we talk about this view transition is that when navigating between pages of a website, we can make that transition less jerky, the content smoothly fading from one page to the next. I guess the site would have to load quickly to benefit from this, as poorly optimized pages will have other issues to deal with, aside from how nicely they animate when the user clicks on the menu. He had some trouble getting it working in UTheme. He switched to Gantry template development website and copying the animation from Mozilla's example page. I quickly had navigation that animated pages loading with content. All right, so Mozilla's Mozilla's example page. So here we've got a link up here. We're going to click, and all right, we got this top animation. We're going 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay. And then here's a link, CSS tricks. Let's open that up. And I'm going to paste that in here. The view transition rule allows pages to opt into, yeah, we just read that. Here's the CSS, and there's some, well, we just put this on the site and jump right in. We'll go in the back end of our Joomla site here. We go to System. Whoops, I'm going to log in again. We're going to go to System, Site Templates, Site Templates. We're going to go to Cassiopeia and Files. Now we need to we're going to put this in custom CSS, which means I believe we're going to go to Media, CSS, and then we're going to add a CSS file for custom CSS. And I believe, if I remember right, the file name, oh, first of all, we have to click over here on the folder that it should go into, CSS. And the file name is user, and Bjorn confirms that there. The file type is CSS, and that's what we want. And we're going to click create. And now we have it here. See, user CSS, and we're just going to paste that in there. Save. Now, if we go back here and refresh, what happens if we click on blog? Oh, got a nice little fade there. Or we click on welcome to your blog. Isn't that pretty? So just with that one line, we're just getting that little fade. Now, just to see what it looked like before, we'll just control copy and X that and save. And we will refresh. And now we're going to go home. Control Shift and R. Okay, now we'll click blog. Oh, still transitioning. Maybe we need to empty the cache here. Let's go duplicate, close this. We'll close that. System, clear cache, clear expired cache. Bjorn says should be under prefer motion in CSS. I'm not, where are you talking about for that, Bjorn? Control Shift and R. There we go. See how it's just jumping? Just jumping around to the different pages. Now we will put it back in here and we'll save. And we'll go Control Shift and R and we'll go back. Oh, hold on. We'll go back here, clear the expired cache, Control Shift and R, and how am I gonna? Oh my goodness. Clear. All right. So we've got just a little bit of a cache problem there. You know what? Let me just do this here. I'm going to go to Brave, and I'm going to go to J53. And let's see here. I'm going to open up a Tor. And let's just put it there, because then we can view this without the dealing with the cache here. It's a little bit slow, but this should be, there we go. There's the fade that we were looking for. Excellent. All right, I need to uncover chat here. Oh, it should be under prefer motion in CSS, a media rule for CSS. Yeah, I guess. But let's see here. We don't need that's Brave there. I'm gonna close that. Yes, although you're saying that in this custom CSS we should. Oh, let's find what page we're at. That it should be in a media rule. Apparently, this works on mobile as well. He says in his article later on. But there is that. Let's continue to read his article here now. Does it actually do? What it means, we talk about this view transitions, navigating between pages less jerky. Yeah, examples. Now, having got the basics to work, I wondered about what other transitions I could use. In this Let's Build UIR article, they talk about fade and scale as options using keyframe animation. It's possible to make a page move out from the old content and slide with easing the new. So let's check out that article. Let's build. Oh, let's not lose our spot here. Let's open a new tab. Okay. In the basics. Okay, in this article, learn the basics. Okay. That is the first code. Let's take what we did above a step further and control the fade speed. We can do this by adding some animation keyframes. All right, so let's copy that code and let's go to here and we'll paste that in. Yeah, and did Bjorn is pasting links, so I appreciate that. I'll paste this most recent one here. But all right, we've got that in there. View transition at keyframes. So we can save. And now let's go back to our Tor window. And now I don't know, I don't think I need. Maybe I need to do. Oh, I know what I need to do. Clear expired cache. Up here, go Control Shift and R. And let's click on a link. No, we're not getting any change here, but that's okay. Let's. Hello, Imran. Okay, let's see. Oh, okay. Basic fade. We can use. Let's take what we did above a step. We did above a step further. Control the fade. Okay, so we must be controlling the just by adding some animation keyframes. Next, we'll use these keyframes along with a view transition old and view transition new pseudo elements. These elements represent the old and new states of the view transition. The old being a static snapshot of the page before the transition, and the new being a live representation of the page after transition. So we're going to just copy this code, I guess. That's what we do. And we will put it afterwards. And save. And clear the expired cache. Go back to here and go home. And now let's click on Joomla. No. using it in other cases. Okay, so let's see what's going on in here. I have a sandbox. Yeah. Okay, there you go. That was a scroll up, changing page, scroll up. No, not on that. Okay. Okay. That's what it should do. Typically you had to, okay, so getting started. First step, enable view transitions using that. Yeah, we've got that. Then we can do this by adding some animation keyframes. Next, we'll use these keyframes with the view transition old and view transition pseudo elements. Other cases. Okay, well, I think this should work. We'll see. That's what we're doing it here. Articles. Oh. Are we just doing the fade right now, perhaps? Let's try this here. Okay, we've got animation duration. Let's do something really extreme. 15.5 seconds. I think right now we've just controlling the fade. I might be doing some bad reading here. Basic fade. Oh, that's what we're doing. That's why. All right, let's clear the expired cache. And a little phone call there. Control Shift and R. So this should be a super long fade if I've done this properly. If I click on here. No. Not 15 seconds. Of course, that could be too long. Hard to say here. It is longer. It's fading nice. That's a nice fade there. Do you see that? How we've got this list. There's just one line, and now it does a little fade. It changes there. Go to register. And let's go to dolphins. See inspector for the CSS. Good point. Let's see. View, inspect. Let's just go to sources. No, we'll go console. Elements. What have we got over here? Template site Cassiopeia. I don't think it will be in user. Let's just see here. Is it in the body? Flex direction. Would be towards the end, would it not? Let's just assume that we have changed that, and then we'll go on to sources, media, template. The rest of your what you pasted there was truncated because my window's so narrow. But sources, media, template. Oh, here we go. User. Oh, yeah. See, it's not in there. It is not in there. Why? I'm not going to rant about caching. It looks like there's an extra ending here, right? 1, 2, 1, 2. Oh, okay. So left, right, left, left, right, right, right. Well, I wonder why there's an extra there. Oh, see, I copied here. Maybe what I've copied is incorrect. Because watch, we had the top here. All right, so that's just what we've got, a left and left there. Now I go Control V, and we're ending up with left, left, right. This is the left, left, right, right, left. This is even different. Bjorn says it's correct. Left, 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 right, right, right. Yeah, that's correct. Okay. I think the other one was out though, wasn't it? Right, 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 left, left. Okay, no, it's correct. Oh boy, okay, so I wonder if it doesn't work in Brave. Let's try here. Let's see if we can get going here. Control, Shift, and R. Keyframes, we got both. Okay, so now, and unfortunately here on, oh, let's try this. F12, right? A little trick. Sources, elements. What was it? Performance, applicate. Oh, wait, performance. Yeah, no. Oh, boy. Somewhere in here, I do not remember where. I have it set. Oh, disable cache when this is open. Maybe that will help us. That is not. Sources, media, templates, CSS, user. Oh man, this doesn't even have the transition in. So challenging. Okay, here we go. This has the transition in. Okay, that is a longer transition. I wouldn't say it's 15 seconds. Oh, okay. But it is slower. And we do have keyframes out new. Oh, we just have two things there. We don't have the timing. Because somehow I removed that. Okay. Okay, here's where we did the time. Okay. Now I'm going to go Control V. And we change this to 5. We change this to 15. And that's ampersand view transition. Let's do that. Let's empty this cache. And let's just double check. And in this little toy here, we've got styles. No transition in there. But we'll go up here, you go Control Shift and R. Media. Templates. CSS. User. Oh, now we have our time there. Great. Okay, so it's already been loaded. So if I click on blog, oh yeah, that's 15-second fade there. Yeah. Imran says this animation needs cache support from the browser because it's a full page animation. Yeah, it's I mean it's just basically getting things to load the CSS. But that's pretty cool. Now that's 15-second fade. Great. Let's just there you go. Wow. Okay, well you could use that to great effect. Okay, we're getting her here. Okay, so this helpful article. Here's some examples it says showing how animation could be controlled. Okay, so let's see here. Let's go back to where we're getting the code from here. And here's scroll up. Keyframes old out. Okay. We'll go back to here. And let's paste this thing. Let's put it above here. So this is keyframes new in. Yeah. Keyframes old out. Keyframes new in. So this is keyframes. Oh, okay. Old out. Old out. I don't. Is this going to combine two? I don't know. We'll see. I think adding that and then leaving the same animation down here. Because this cascades, it should pick up everything. Let's give her a try. I think that this is going to do a fade and a transition. I could be wrong here though. CSS is there, so let's click on home. Oh, look at that. There we go. A 15-second fade from the bottom. It's slowly fading. You would never do something this big or this slow, I guess. I guess if you put custom CSS onto a page so that it only loaded on that one page, you could say something big is here, click to reveal, and then it would slowly load in. Let's go to the login screen. All right. This is pretty nice. Very easy to add. Imran said 15 seconds should not be able to work, but it is. Yes, and Ivor says think you can do it by section by section. Also, I believe probably because I saw that in the article. Let's exhaust this here. I don't think we need this here. I don't think we need this either. Finally, add the old new transition. Oh, scale and scroll. Mapping the view transition elements. Add an animation that scales the visible page content slightly before moving horizontally to the next page and scaling back up. All right, so let me open up my notepad here. Off to the side, because I'm going to take out, because this is getting a little bit cluttered there. So I'm going to take out this example here and paste that over here. Great. And now we have this code. Next, we'll use a new pseudo element to apply to the animation while it's occurring. Oh, this is one we're just reading right now. So this would be keyframes old out. That's what, yeah, okay. So we're just going to copy this whole thing. Let's see what it does. I know we're going to copy that. We're going to, I think we replace it ahead of view transition. Yeah, keyframes old out. No, I think we need view transition navigation auto. Then we need the keyframe still in there. And then we'll go down and we're going to copy pseudo element to apply a background. Imran's watching from bed. That's a safe place to watch my live streams from bed, because if you happen to doze off, it's better than watching them while you're driving. Okay, let's go. All right, so we're going to add this at the end next. View transition pair. All right. View transition pair. Let's see, control. I think I want to put this at the end. All right. Let's just see here, double check. View transition pair. Finally, we have to add the old and new pseudo elements like before. And timing, yeah. And here's the timing, okay. And let's just make this 6 seconds just to see how things go here. Okay, clear expired cache, yes. And here we are here. And we're going to go home. All right, so we click on blog. Aha. Whoop. Okay, we got a big delay here, but whoop. Well, that's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. So now we're going to go to small dogs. And yeah. All right. So of course, let's go into our timing here. And we'll go with what they had there. We'll go with 1 second. Yes, that is it is an exciting effect. And we're going to go 2, save, clear cache, Control Shift and R. I just check the timing is fixed there in the bottom. Yes. So let's go home. Fast like that. Oh yeah. Very nice. Now again, if you applied the CSS only to certain pages, you could do that. And then we got small dogs here. We'll go like that. Nice. Didn't even delete the cache there. All right. And there's a fallback. If you need to provide a fallback, you can use the following rule. Now let's try this. Let's go over here, and we will view this in a mobile. We'll go to look at that on the mobile phone. Whoop, that's pretty cool. And let's go to sample layouts to articles. Nice. All right. Do that. Let's go back to the article now. Using transitions is something that probably belongs in the world of phone apps, where we're more used to seeing a modal appear by scrolling up. Imran says he started from Joomla 1.6. I guess something on that week of when we celebrate Joomla's birthday. I wonder what we should do in our live stream. Wonder if anybody have any ideas. Okay. Using transitions is something probably belongs in the world of phone apps, where we're more used to seeing a modal appear by scrolling up or unloading by sliding down out. Though it looks like just some of the content is changing. We are actually loading whole web pages. Many operating systems have an option in accessibility. Oh, exceptions. Many operating systems have an option in accessibility settings to specify a preference for reduced motion. We can use the media query prefers reduced. We can use the media query prefers reduced motion to see if animations are desired. So it's possible to create transitions. While it's possible to create transitions, controllable by users as to whether they display on the browser. So it's with a word of caution that this short article concludes by saying that the transitions with animations may be possible. You don't have to use them unless you have a specific use case for it. And even if you do, it's ultimately down to the end user whether they will allow it or not. Give the section ID. Okay, let's see. exactly as you said in your link. Did you post a link that I missed? Oh, I see. Sorry. I thought you were posting a link. Okay. I thought that you were posting a link that I had already shared, but let's check that out. Sorry for misunderstanding. That's what you meant should be in the CSS media feature. Okay, no preference. So it should be at media and then have this in it. Okay. Oh, look, there's an animated box. Animation dissolve. 4S linear, infinite, both green. All right, so we should put that in our CSS. Where would it go in this example? At media, animation. Yeah, encapsulate the first rule. I think it's just the first rule. So the example here, I'm just going to copy and paste it over. I see. I gotcha. Go Control V. And then we put another close at the end, I think. And then if somebody, and this is only when there's navigating happening, their device is set to reduce motion, then it won't. Okay. Well, I'm glad I finally looked at that. And here's the example here from the article. Okay, at media screen, navigation, put that in the first. Now, let's just play. Oh, actually, it's reversed. It triggers it. It triggers it. Actually, it's reversed. Yeah, no preference. Yes. So, oh, no preference. I got you. Let's see what we've got different here. At media screen and prefers reduced motion is no preference. Then view that. Okay, yeah. Whereas what they had done here is that if you prefer reduce, okay, so if there's no preference set, the transition will happen on mobile devices. So we can do this. Clear the expired cache. Whoops, which window am I going to? F12, Control Shift and R. Let's go with the view. Oh, we haven't tried this here. Let's go to Home. Yeah, we did that. Let's go to Sources, Media, Templates, CSS, User. Yeah, it's still working because I don't have a preference set. Now, regarding sections, let's go back to the page where we are reading. Using transitions, this whole pages are just a section. So this is doing a fade on a whole page, but the section changes. Okay. So I was talking about creating the illusion of it. Yes, okay, Born. We need to set it in a browser. So as we saw before, the transition was stationary when we were just doing the fade. If you hadn't changed, if the only thing different on the page you were clicking on to go to was one section, everything was the same. It would look like it was just fading in actively, even though you're at a different page. Now I wonder, I have over here, let's just see here. Okay, so our transition down here, view active, view transition, old root, animation old out, animation delay. That's the same what we have, but I'm going to copy from over here. And I'm going to copy the code for the fade as well, our 15-second fade that we did. But I'm going to put the fade here. I'll put that fade code on there. And let's just see how the fade works. Let's make this 6 and 6 seconds. Save. Clear expired cache. And now we'll go back to here. Close this, Control Shift and R. So this should also fade as it changes over 6 seconds. So if we go to blog, it did not. Let's just see if yeah, we don't have the fade in there yet. So let's try this. What I just did is clear expired cache. We do have, looking for opacity. Control Shift and R. Good night, Imran. Have a good tomorrow. Oh man, I tell you. Trying to get that in there. Okay, we just have to get this, try it in this window. Oh, there we go. That's the fade. Oh, that was the fade and up. Oh, I put in everything and the fade and that. So it's actually overpowering. Here's the translate scale 1. Yeah. Keyframes old out, keyframes new in. So it looks like you can't. Not that you would want to do that anyways. There's opacity is winning because it's at the end. Okay. You wouldn't want to do something crazy like that anyways. It's moving and fading. All right. Okay, everybody. Don't forget, if you're watching and you haven't liked the video yet, go ahead, give it a like. Well, everything in one rule, you think? Because you just got transform, translate, transform, translate X. Here's where, oh, look at this. View transition, image pair, background, linear gradient. I wonder if you could put a URL and put an image in the background. This is where that gradient is, though. So you could change colors. What if we put background? I wonder what if we put a picture back there. Let's get this quickly here. Background image. Copy. Background image. I think we would take out this whole thing here and paste that in. And then we would go to find an image. What's an image that we have in the back here? Content, media. Let's just go with a header. Let's go with this nice beach here. We go here, get link, copy. We go into here. And we'll go to our page. And we'll go to login. Do we get an image? We might not. What was happening there? Login. Oh, that's out, and then the new page comes in. So obviously the CSS is not updated there. Come on here. Control Shift and R. Get the CSS to. Shouldn't be loading here anyways, but there we go. Oh, look at that. Okay, so we can put an image in the background. So you could have a big image with your logo in the background that people see. Now that's tiling, so you'd have to either center it or make it stretch out. So you could put a single color back there. Now, does he say something about changing the direction? You can also change the percentage. Keyframes move in. Play around with that. Let's ask Gemini. Ask off screen here when I fire this up. Okay. What? You guys can't see this. There we go. What CSS transition directions are there? Okay, there's ease in. Let's do this. I'm talking about, let's go into here. For instance, Control A, Control Copy, Alt Tab. For instance, which one is used in this code? Pop that in. Horizontal X-axis motion. Bold content leaving the screen to the left by 200% of its own width. This creates a slide out to the left effect. Is it really going to the left? Scrolling up. Oh, you have another set. Oh, that's the Y that's winning. Yeah, redundant keyframes. So, okay, so let's put this. How do I make it slide down from the top of the screen? We will see. Translate Y minus 100% keyframe slide down. Translate Y starts off screen. Keyframes, new in. All right, let's try this. Let's go to here. And I think the top that we've got there. Let's get that code again. Copy. Keyframes, new in. Let's just put this down here. Control V. And let's save that. And let's go to clear the cache. And we'll go back to here, Control Shift. So this should bring it down from the top is what I think I asked. Oh, that was very fast. So we could change around with the timings, but you can change the direction, put any of those in there. That's very fast. Okay. And we have a list of things that we can do here. All right. Well, thank you. His name again, Dan Attrell, for putting that article together. Because now we have a skookum. Oh, that's because that's because the CSS hasn't refreshed on that. Let's see if this one, if it has here. No. Okay. Well, once you know what you want, that's what it'll work in. I like the subtle, very gentle one before. That's the fade. That's very nice. Now we know. All right. Well, why don't we, just at the end of our time here, or having looked at that, let's go to System, Install Extensions, Install from the web. Oh, if you wanted the effect only on certain pages, yeah, I think what you would have to do, well, let's try that. Let's try that. I know that you can use Sorcerer from Regular Labs to put code only on certain pages according to conditions. So let's go here. And let's just go right in. But you could, like, if you only wanted on one page. Well, here's the other thing too that you could do. All right, let's remove the code here just so that we know we've got it. And I'm going to close some of these because it's probably driving you crazy that I close this. All right, so System, Site Templates, Files, CSS, User, Control A. We'll copy what we've got there. It's kind of yeah, we'll do that. Okay, so then I'm going to delete that, save and close that. So here's I think you can do this with the core if you can have CSS and things. So let's go System. Let's go to Site Modules. We'll make a new custom module. And now we're going to paste that code in there and save. Oh. All right. Let's take another look here. Okay, so that was pasting CSS. Create a page class in the menu. Okay. I think what Bjorn is saying here. All right, so that obviously did not work. You need a way. Now, I'll just finish with this method here. Let's go to extension install. Let's go sorcerer. From regular labs. I think we can just install it from here, right? Let's go here, sorcerer, install, and now it's in there. So now we'll go back to our module. We're going to go into the code here. We'll just remove this out here. Control A X, save that. Transitions, animated page transition. We'll name that here. Not going to assign it to any module position. I'm going to save this, which now down here will give us system, extension manager. Let's look at the top here. Sorcerer is there. So now we've got to find out where sorcerer shows up in here. Menu, convert forms. We're not seeing the tools. That's to see the source code. No. Table, format, view. Where are the little buttons? Article. Oh, there we go. Code. I'm sorry. Code. We paste that in here and we insert. Now we have this source tag and this. And what you would do now is you would assign this to only pages selected. So let's say none. Let's assign this to the animals heading. CSS animal menu. Save. All right, now we got to go clear expired cache. And now if we go to home, that's going to not have the fade in it. That's not going to have the fade in it. We go to big dogs. Now this should have the fade in it. Oh, that's right. It needs a position. You're right. I was thinking of something different there. You're absolutely right. Module. I was thinking if you're going to just put this on certain pages, but you're absolutely right. So let's just put this in footer. Now I'm going to leave the title showing. Let's close this. Let's close that. Okay, let's close this. And we'll refresh. Now down at the bottom, see where it says login and it shows this. This shouldn't be showing that. Why is that showing that? should not be showing that because it's just source. I don't think it's the paragraph marks here. Oh, we do have these ampersand things here, though. That's, those. Let's just put our CSS in there again. Where is that? Right there, without the paragraph marks. I think something got messed up in there. Save. Refresh. No, shoot. Okay, well. Try it with no editor. Yeah, system. Well, with no editor, it's still going. We need something to tell it that it's script. Need something to tell it that it's script. Put in the CSS, not in HTML. Yeah, so I was just trying to apply it to some things. That's the trick. Well, let's see. CSS tab is sorcerer. System. Okay, so we're going to copy that, take that out, do that, go here, code, CSS. Yeah, only available in the pro version. But you can enter your HTML, CSS, JavaScript, or PHP code there. So you should be able to do this because it says put your CSS in there. Unless this is not getting loaded in the order that it should be. Because that is correct. And sorcerer should not be showing. I don't think it's the module position. Apply styles. Now that might be it. STYLES. Styles. And then down at the end. Slash styles. Oh, there you go. You're right. We just needed to put in styles. All right. So if that page, if that's being loaded, oh no, we moved it up the top. That you're not right. Okay. Let's do this then. I believe what Bjorn has Bjorn has suggested is we go into the menu items or main menu. No, main menu blog. And then we have articles. And then there's we're going to make a link class. Is that what you said, Bjorn? Page class and menu. Page class. And we're going to call this, we'll just call this transition. That's maybe we better not give it that name. Nice effect. All right, so we're going to go save. And this is in the articles link. So when we go here, articles. Now for the CSS, I'm going to go to the page class. Of course, I would pick a hard one. Page class. Or nice effect. Nice effect. CSS code. Okay. So we're going to put that back in our system site templates, Cassiopeia files, media CSS user. I'm going to go nice effect. Nice effect. And EFFECT. And we're going to place our code. Right here. Now we need to change the @media. All right. Yeah, between the well, you think just putting it right in here? Okay. Put that in there. That's going to be 3 levels. But, okay. That means we go Control Shift and R. And we go to this page here, Control Shift R, which is articles. We should be able to sources, media, templates, CSS, user. Yeah, we don't have anything there. Let's just go up here and clean the cache. Yes, clean the cache. Nothing in there yet. Let's try our window back here. Oh, that's got an old version there. Did I think I changed that module, right? Got that in there. Nice effect is in there, and articles. Big dogs, media, template, CSS. Make this a bit taller. Okay, so we got nice effect on there. So if we go to blog, it should just be fast. Well, it did a little fade. If we go to sample layouts, articles, that's good. So we should have the good fade loading here through that menu link, right? No. That nice effect. That's, oh, we don't have inspect. Oh, here we go. Nice effect. So we have assigned the menu item here, a page class. And page class, nice effect. So that should affect any pages that are impacted by, that are displaying the Joomla category. That's also menu item. Oh, menu item type, category blog, Joomla. Let's clear that and let's select. No, let's not clear that. Let's close without saving. Let's go to blog. Nice effect. Save. Blog. Control Shift and R. This is not smooth. Okay, let's go down here. 3, index blog, sources. Let's see here. We should have templates, CSS, user. Okay, now we've got it there. It's showing up here. Nice effect. Only showing up there. Well, that's in the user file. Okay, so that's good. So if we go Cassiopeia, blog, and click on here. Is that what we were doing last time? Is that the fade from last time? Starts off screen. No, that's not the transition that we're getting. So, and this is the blog page. View page source. F3. Nice effect. There's body class. Okay, there's the nice effect. So we are getting that CSS added in there because of the menu. Yeah, so that's the body class. Bjorn says see elements. Yeah, there you go. Nice effect. And it has the transition. That's the only place that we've put it. The only thing I can think of is, because it seems to be everywhere, right? Let's do an animation delay of 10 seconds here. That's just to make sure this is working. Nice effect. Becomes visible. Trans. It's let's take what we know works here. Old frames out. This is our 15-second transition. View transition auto. Got all this junk that our AI put in there for notes, which is great to read if we know. It's too bad that this is not getting formatted. Yeah, 10 seconds. I mean, they've got this commented out here. So what I want to do, yeah, it shouldn't be there. It can't be seen. I want to go here. Let's get the CSS here. What CSSs are there? Okay, let's grab this old at media. Copy. Okay. I'm going to change to this, because that is what we know was working and it's not all jumbled for us. And we'll go save. Go here, empty the cache. Yes. System open, global configuration, server. Let's see if caching is on here. Off. System cache is off. Okay, so nice effect at media screen. Got that. We got view transition. Okay, so all right. So if we go to blog, we got fast translation there, but transition. Let's go Control Shift and R. We go to welcome to your blog. Should be these links that do the transitions. Nice effect is there. I think we might not have. There's definitely no transitions there. Fast. We've assigned this to blog. Down here. Page class, nice effect. Close. System, site modules. Let's get rid of that so it's not confusing to us here. Here is old frames out. Animation delay 6 seconds. That's what we had. 4 that was working. I don't think so, because this is not JCE editor. I don't have JCE editor on here. So this is the core. With the cache, I can't even tell if that's fast. See, this should have the transition on it. And we don't even have that in there. Now what we're trying to do is we've set a page class in the menu link. So the pages that are in the category blog have the CSS, use that CSS that's there always. So you see, we switch here. This is all very quick. No transition. If we go to the sources, sources, media, templates, CSS, user CSS, and then we've got this big one here, nice effect at media screen. So it should only be what's on there. Can we actually go 3 deep here? Nice effect at media screen, view transition. I wonder if that's the issue. I wonder if that's the issue. Let's take this out. Done. You can go 100 deep if you like. Okay. So we're trying to assign this page class so that it will use this. We've got pages that have it on there. Right, here it is, nice effect. Body class, nice effect. If we go home, the body class, there's not in there. So, unless, is it going to a blog thing that will make it happen? That's a pretty fast fade there, maybe. Yeah, I would think that Chrome does, but let's see here. Let's do this. Let's go to here. Let's make sure that we're using something. So we've got View Transition Navigation Auto. Yeah, we got that. Let's just tidy this up a bit. Okay. A basic fade. All right, so copy that. I'm going to paste that into the basic fade. And then we're going to get the time for the basic fade. And we're going to make this 15 again. And we should have one more closing bracket at the bottom because I took that one off. Yeah, thank you, Bjorn. And so clear that. Let's go back and do a refresh here. All right, so we go home. There's good. We go to blog. That's there. Let's just see. Should have fit. No, so this is not updated yet. Really cramping our style here. All right, there's 15 seconds. Okay, we've got that. We've got that for nice effect. We go to elements. This one says nice effect there. So if we select this here, no. But if we go back to blog, no. I guess that's like how is it applied to the page? This one has nice effect. So there is the CSS. Let's just try this here. Nice effect. Maybe we've got this wrong. It says dot nice effect, media screen, preference at media screen. We don't need. Let's just, okay. Control A, control copy that. Okay, so let's take out this. Dot nice effect. All right. We'll take out the one from the end. So that's good. So we've got dot nice effect at view navigation. Are we just wrong? Is this just wrong here? Let's try this. Let's go up to here. Okay, let's go here. I want this animation to only work on pages with the class. The class nice effect. Okay, let's see what it does here. Slight syntax adjustment. Oh, we're not putting the nice effect down here. Apply the animations conditionally based on the nice effect class. Nice effect, colon, view transition old. Okay. Nice body dot nice effect, view transition. Okay. Explanation changes. Global at view transition. The at view transition rule is declared globally. This enables view transitions across your site. You don't put it inside a class selector. Conditional animation application. Instead of trying to put at view transition inside nice effect, you apply the animation properties to animation name, animation duration to the view transition old root, view transition new. This means body nice effects transition. When the body has the class nice effect, apply these animations to the old root snapshot. So here is the body class nice effect, body. Okay. All right, so let's try that then. Let's take this code here. Even with all of its ugliness there. And now we will paste it in here. Tells the browser to view transitions globally. So every time you load, it's viewing it. But it is only, okay, and then 2, define your keyframes for old and out. All right, great. Apply the animations conditionally based on the nice effect class. Okay, so target the view transition when the body apparent has nice effect. All right. If you have specific elements you want to transition, you'd apply unique names to them. For example, nice effect.hero section. Well, let's explore that. But we've got that. Okay, so clear expired cache. All right, so we're going to go home. Sources. We're going to make sure that the CSS template, CSS user. Okay, so we've got that there. That's in there. So I click on home. There's no class. It won't transition. I click on blog. All right, so now an element, the body class has nice effect. So I think the next thing I click should transition. No. Okay, so this body doesn't have it. This has nice effect. It did fade. That was fast. That was fast. That's blog. That's blog. Yeah. Oh, we're back to 1.5 second animation time. So let's make that 15, just to make it obviously here. 15. We got people coming and going on the stream, which is great. If you want to give the video a like, well, maybe you don't like it. We're trying to play. We've already, you know, if you're coming in late, we're looking at this Joomla magazine article, Animate Your Page Transitions with CSS. We got it all working. Now we're playing around trying to apply it just to one page. So not to one page, just to a page class that we're putting in the menu. And that is easier said than done. Just got some help with some AI. Do that code. We go Control Shift and R. That has nice effect in it. Go sources. User CSS. Let's see our time in the bottom. Is it 15 seconds? No. No. Oh boy, this really gets me down. Not gets me down. I'm not going to let it get me down, but it is not making it easy just to do this. Is it, people? Control Shift and R. Sources. Media. Okay, this says 15 seconds. Hi, Yanis. Yanis, I'm going to make you that video today. Yanis, I had a nice visit with him last week. After the live stream, we talked about some ideas for media player. Still don't have it working. I'm in the midst of trying to build a component using Copilot Pro in GitHub. Not great. All right, that Cassiopeia, great. We go to blog. Now we have the CSS link there. Welcome to your blog. No transition. We are just not getting that. Let's read what we've got here. CSS. This tells the browser, yeah, define your keyframes for old, yeah, great. Apply the animations conditionally on the nice effect class. Target the view transition, old root, when the body or parent has nice effect. Target view has nice effect. Ensure the body or relevant container has the view transition name if nice effect is present. If it's present, do that. So we've got that there. But we just don't get the transition. This has nice effect in the body class. So when I click this, it should be doing long transition because this has nice effect in the body class. That's just not working. And when we go to blog, it has nice effect. So it's just not picking up. Just not picking up that CSS. Body dot nice effect. I wonder, okay. If nice effect is present, body. Okay, let's try this again. Let's get this working in the old form here. Mini screen, view transition, navigation. All right, let's copy this. Control A, Control. Okay, this should work everywhere. And this is with the 15-second thing. Clear expired cache. Okay. Control Shift and R. Okay. clearly. Yeah, so there's view transition, keyframes, new and view transition. Great. This is everything that we want. What pace do you want? Hmm. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. All right. Get this working again. Copy that and that and that. View transition. Auto, yeah. Keyframes old out. Let's move this down here. It's over here. No, we don't need that. That there. Keyframes old out. Keyframes old out, yeah. View transition. Oh no, no, do we have enough? Left, right, left, right. Oh, we've got, I think we've got the extra one here, right? Open, close. So right, left, right, left, right, right, left, right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. 1, 2. This is extra. That is extra there. I think. I should have put this on sooner. Install extensions from the web. Cleaner. Go here, install system plugins, ID, console. No, I don't. Is it this? Yeah, what to clean? Yes. Empty the temporary folder. Yes. Custom folders. I think that will do it. How to clean button text. Save with administrator. Yes. Getter. Okay, system plugins. Oh, that's not what we want. Close. How to clean it. Add button text. Yes. Display the button. Yes. Should be showing up top now, right? Yes. Well, isn't that a fine howdy do? Where is that? Cache cleaner, it's there. Modules there. Is the module position not right on it? System, site modules, cache cleaner, admin. Not assigned to a position. That's new. Where are we going to put it? No. Okay, there it is up here. Okay, so we can go refresh. I can clean the cache up there. You can go here, can go Control Shift R, media. Okay, that refreshed it. Cassiopeia blog. Now the transition is not working. I wonder why that is. I think it's use the transition name instead of. We had it working and now it's not working. What was that? Yeah. Keyframes old out. One. Yeah, we got that. Put that there. Copy that. Put that there. 5, 15 seconds. Save. Cache is cleaned. Control Shift and R. Media. Templates. CSS. User. I think that's it. Oh, okay. So now we've got transition. Great. We've got our big transition happening here. Very slow, but it's working. Now, if we're going to apply it to nice effect, Mr. Gemini said we should go nice effect, : view transition, view. Ensure the body or relevant container has the view transition name if nice effect is present. Okay. Body.nice effect. All right, nice effect : nice effect : Is it the ampersand? This is and. Maybe that's what wasn't working. Let's ask what about the ampersand that was there before view transition? Ampersand symbol before and is part of syntactical awesome style sheets. In CSS, the ampersand symbol is the parent selector. When you use it inside a nested rule, it refers to selector. Your original code looked like this. Yeah. It's compiled into standard CSS. The ampersand would be replaced by .nice effect. I removed it in my corrected CSS. Yeah, symbol's not recognized. So when converting. If you're writing standard CSS, you must replace ampersand with the actual. Okay, well, all right. So if we're actually doing CSS, it says we don't need this here, and we don't need that. So we could save that. Cache gets cleaned. Control Shift and R. We go down to Media, Templates, CSS, and Users. Oh, look at this cache cleaner is working much better. So we don't have that. So do we still get the transition? Oh, yeah, we do. Which means now I can go here and I can put dot nice dash effect dot nice dash effect. Save that. Refresh. Media, templates, CSS. And there we've got that there. We go Cassiopeia. No fade. No fade. All right, great. Because the element does not have that in it. Go to blog menu item. Nice effects there. Yeah, that's not working. It says nice effect, but have a look at this page. Tell me what doesn't work. See what it says. Yeah. What if other classes here in div class main content nice effect? In this case, you'd apply view transition dash name root. Well, let's just do this. Let's copy the element, I think. And we're just going to go like this. We're going to say search. I'm just doing something off site here. Off site, I'm searching. I want to copy this, just this element. Is it that I want? Yes, element. Good. Okay. No, that's not what I want. Search, find, body, find next. Copy outer HTML. Right click, copy outer HTML. Control A, Control V. Go up to the top here. Okay. Yeah, thank you, Bjorn. And we'll copy that. Says it's right. Yeah, it's there. But does not work. Oh, did it mean? Yeah. Animation properties being overridden. Check. No. It works without the class. It shows on all pages. Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to paste again what I've got. This can't be right. Because this should be working everywhere. Here's a definitive way to make a conditional embody nice effect class. All right, we'll try that. And we will, oh my goodness, look at the time just flew by. The last time I looked at the clock, it was an hour ago. We'll put this in here, Control A, Control V. I'm going to change this to 15 seconds. Save. Control Shift and R. Media, templates, CSS. Yeah. Well, it's not working, is it? And don't do this, chat. Is applied correctly. ChatGPT will look at a page. You need to access the actual CSS file being cleaned. I'm going to give you the CSS right there. What you're doing correctly. Tell me I'm doing something wrong. Go to animation. Yeah, you don't tell me. Yes, it is. Okay. Transition snapshot before and after navigation is captured by maintaining nice effect on both pages. And browser detects the transition as navigational, not a full reload. No, I want the transition to only certain articles in certain to that might be why it's not working. All article and category views must include body nice effect. This is critical. You can do this by modifying the Joomla templates index.php. Body class nice effect. Okay, you could assign a certain template. All right, so I think what's happening here then is this. We go to menus, main menu, blog. We made, so let's do this. Open these 3 links here. Page class, nice effect. Save. Workflows, page display, page class, nice effect. Save. Page display, nice effect. Save. Okay. So we go back to the page. Control Shift and R. We go to blog. And now we go to help. You would think it would transition. Except I don't think it's transitioning. Anyways. That makes sense though, that where you're coming from and where you're going needs to have the code. So them saying everything here, we would just take out body nice effect, body nice effect, body nice effect, save. Control Shift and R. And there's the long transition. Okay, so that's why it's not working. So thinking that you could apply this to if that you can apply this to certain pages, that is why it doesn't work. All right. I can accept that. Let's delete this 15 here just before I come back. Someday and it drives me crazy. That's going to be a long transition there. Oh, even there. There we go. It is nice, but it can't be done that way. And we figured it out. All right, everybody. Well, that was turned out to be a marathon on that last point. I might have to just make a shorter video someday about this, but learning new things by doing it. That's correct. All right. Well, everybody, I'm not going to be eating any of the cherries that were picked off this tree, but I am going to have some lunch now. So that was a good time together. We figured it out. We figured out how to do it. Figured out that it can't be what can't be done. So I'm going to sign off there. If you're still out there, give the video a like just for perseverance. We'll wrap it up there. So remember, next week, no maintenance No Watch Me Work live stream next Wednesday. And then the following Wednesday, the new, I guess we'll say the new owner or caretaker of Gantry will be on the channel, and we'll interview him and find out about their plans, just so we get that information out to all the Gantryites. Until then, as usual, I hope that wherever this finds you, be it morning, evening, afternoon, or tomorrow, that you are well. Until the next time, enjoy your Joomla sites, and God bless.